Welcome, everyone. This is our maiden voyage into the world of video games.
And video game philosophy.
And my name is Rockit.
And I am Franco Dean.
And we're hoping to get through this game and talk a lot about what this game does to the player. Not just the game itself, but how it affects the player on a psychological and philosophical level.
As we play through the entire game, you'll see that there's a lot of interactions between the characters. And those characters go through very extreme crises, and you can take a whole lot away from that game.
Well, that's the nuts and bolts of it, but we're going to jump in here now and kind of get a little bit looser and more relaxed, and hopefully enjoy ourselves. So, without further ado, here we go.
All right. I am absolutely ecstatic, by the way. This has always been my favorite Final Fantasy game.
I'm actually pretty new to this game. I played it for a few hours when it first came out, but I guess it was like the time in my life that I just stopped playing RPGs, and this one kind of went under the radar for me.
It's actually kind of the opposite for me. This is actually what I really got invested into RPGs. And I play this a few times too, quite a few. Between 5 and 7, maybe.
So I am at the helm, Rockit is, and Franco Dean is going to be helping me out throughout the whole playthrough.
Yeah. So you just saw that there. There is a nightmare sequence. And now she's awakening from it, and it kind of gives you the sort of the foreground of everything that's happening, or the background of everything that's happening right now.
I don't know about you, but I find it very hard to sleep sitting up. It appeared she was sleeping sitting up.
I used to all the time at school. It is completely viable.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying it wasn't viable, just I just would not sleep well enough to have a really good dream, so maybe that's where that came from.
Last night alone, I totally fell asleep for a few minutes with a bottle of wine in my hand. It's a bit crippling sometimes.
So of course these FMVs are gorgeous. Squaresoft is known for beautiful art direction and animations during these.
And a clever way to draw away from loading screens, which is exactly what this is.
Yep. And here's our main protagonist.
Butts.
Uh-oh, okay.
He's gonna be Butts.
He's gonna be Butts. Is that 2 T's with a Z, or is it gonna be...
You have to spell it wrong at the very least, but yes, that sounds acceptable.
Okay. Sure is dark.
And whenever I made my first playthrough, this is where I made my first mistake. I did not explore the room.
Gotcha. Alright, so we got a little hand that pops up over top. Let us know where we're at. Well, I'm gonna avoid the same mistake you had.
What is this ominous voice who keeps telling you this?
Yeah. Light the candle in the middle of the room. Got some money. Gil.
I like to think it's Baku who's saying that.
I don't know who that is, but I'm sure I will find out soon enough.
You will find out soon enough.
Potions are always good. What's the economy like in this? Do we end up having just way too much gold, or is it pretty tight?
Throughout most of the game, you will have way too much gold, but just like any Final Fantasy, there are huge gold dumps at the very end.
Okay.
But you can cheat the economy.
Okay. Cool. What's it say on the carpet? It says... Is that...
You know?
Is that English?
That is English, and of all the times I've done playthroughs, I've actually never seen that before. This is quite... It's a... We're fleur-de-lis. How do you say that?
Fleur-de-lis, yeah.
Fleur-de-lis. And it says Tantalus.
Alright. I see the fleur-de-lis up here near the top, I guess, but the rest of it looks more hardish and... I don't know, but...
Wavy.
Wavy, yeah. Yes. Ready to do this, I guess? I didn't see anything else pop up. And so we're doing butts.
We are doing butts.
Alright, B.
Two T's. We'll do 2 T's.
Zeros. Z. Butts.
We'll have to do Z.
Alright. We got it.
So remember, it's a Final Fantasy V and bad translations.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Butts. Hoi!
Here come our ragtag team of very odd-looking individuals.
I see a chef with a clown nose, and I see a man with a lot of hair product in his hair.
Yeah.
It's a very swoopy looking hair. I like the goggles though. Uh-oh. Oh, this guy looks good.
Dragon Head, man. I call it dibs.
Dibs.
I totally just call it dibs.
Ah, you could. Alright. First combat.
Okay. First bit of advice.
Okay.
Always steal from a boss. And this is sort of like a mini boss.
Okay. Stealing.
And you steal into it, it actually says there is nothing left.
Okay.
Oh, that's infuriating because you can spend a very long time just trying to get the second item.
Okay. So there are 2 items on this guy, you're saying?
There are 3. There are 3. And you just got the third one.
So I've got all 3? Alright, sweet. So we're good. Doesn't have anything. So now everything else is just attack.
Yeah, and I just remember through some of the playthroughs spending around 10 to 15 minutes just trying to get the Mage Masher. It's not completely necessary, but it does give you an edge up in the early game.
I'm just mashing the button right now with attack. What is what's skill? What does he have?
Right now, I think he just has feel.
Okay.
If you drop heal to run away.
Good nose.
Which, actually, if you really think about it, is really reminiscent of Final Fantasy I, where the thief was the one that actually let you get away really easily from battles.
Gosh, it's been so long. So I guess history-wise, I played 1. I played 5, 6, 7, 8, and I beat all those. I beat 10, 12, and 12 was the last one I beat.
Oh, you actually beat 12.
I did.
I did not beat 12. I have played 12. I played all of them. But all of them except for like the weird spin-offs like Chocobo's Adventure or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I played some of those weird spin-offs too. I played like Mystic Quest on the Super Nintendo. Beat that. Played Crisis Core. I enjoyed that.
Crisis Core was cool.
I liked that a lot. I thought that was great. It was neat to see like a different perspective of the world.
Yeah.
And then no. All right.
We get our actual first bit of story here.
Kidnap the princess. Yes, clown nose chef.
Found no chef. Well, I mean, at least you know he's a really good cook, right? Because your sense of smell is what's important. So at the very least, your sense of taste.
Either that, like, if you drink a lot, you're like a raging alcoholic, your nose will get bulbous and red and gross looking. So maybe he's just a drunk.
Yeah. You know his name's Cena.
No, we're not gonna go.
We're gonna go there.
No, I'm not gonna go there.
Okay, we won't go there right now. But
I guess in editing we can edit it in that whole play.
I'm not gonna edit anything like that. But I'm just letting you know there's a champ in the room.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha.
So he's basically the most powerful person in the room because not only is he a great chef,
he's also one of the world championship belt holder of the WWE.
Not right now, but he is the champ. Period.
Okay, alright. Let's kidnap the queen. That's what we're supposed to be doing, right? Yeah. Oh.
Now, if you do this enough,
okay, well,
there will be some fun to be had.
Alright, I like this. I like how he keeps producing more queen dolls, even though he keeps throwing them over his shoulder. He must have a lot of those sitting around.
There begs the question, right? Why?
Why would he have so many Queen Braun? Braun? Braun?
Braun. I say Braun. Queen Braun.
Braun. Okay. Oh, now he's had it. So, do we keep going? Is there another?
There is another one. If you keep going.
So, but he's no longer throwing them over his shoulder. So I guess he only had 4 of them sitting underneath the table.
The first one was just to set the example. The other 3 was for dramatic effect. So now you just can't do it.
All right, we keep going.
I think it takes around 20 turns to actually activate the second sequence.
All right, well let's. I'm gonna keep going and see what happens. I'm interested.
Well, while we do this, if we have Mr. Noseface here,
yep.
Who are these other guys?
Yeah, they've been introduced slightly by having their names above their text bubbles.
It's a nice way for video games to actually subvert the whole like, what's your game?
Yeah, exactly. And I guess that makes sense, especially if they're NPCs, and we don't have input on what their names are.
I mean, it isn't going to be completely subverted, because every time you get a new character,
go ahead.
It'll go through that like little subtext.
Alright, well, I've been doing this for a while. I'm gonna start smashing through these, and I'm worried I'm gonna miss it. So I was kind of taking it slow.
You won't miss it. You won't miss it.
You quit joking around. Queen. Quit joking around. Queen. Quit joking around.
So we have Butts and Cena, or the champ.
Yeah.
And we have Marcus with a bandana and Blank with the frizzy hair, or the slicked back hair. Blank.
All right.
Nope, he is Blank Man now. And we are almost there.
How many times? I feel like I've been. This is way more than 20. So
I might be wrong.
All right. Well, yeah, I assume you have seen the second.
I have.
So it is there eventually.
Yes.
Do we get anything for it other than the satisfaction of smashing the button?
I mean, you get introduced to a character early. That's about it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
Not that she really does much. Can you actually imagine this happening in real time if you're in a meeting?
No, I can't, because I feel like the people in the room would not allow it. They would basically stop allowing you to answer the question and ignore your constant repetition. They would move on, like we would have already been done with the planning session, and everybody would have been looking at me with this kind of like, are you effing serious?
I don't know, man. I've been in meetings. I've been in meetings at work where people really like to hear themselves talk, so they will reiterate the same thing about 5 times at the very least.
Yeah, but at the same time, I assume they're reiterating, so that means they don't actually say the exact same words. They say it in a slightly different way. Whew. Boy,
how's that thumb going?
This thumb's going pretty good. Smashing it here. I doubt it's worth this.
It's not worth it.
Oh my goodness. All right.
But it is an Easter egg.
He keeps answering though. That's the thing. Is like he keeps answering with a "you bet," which is like no. You should be like you should be just giving him the deadpan stare. Like, are you really gonna keep doing this?
There it is. Boom. That happened.
I reckon you're more stubborn than a grumpy mule. Hello, Ruby.
Yep, Ruby. That's it. You don't have to do it anymore.
All right.
But she does stay there. She's kind of hanging out to make sure that you say what you're supposed to say.
I see. Ruby. I will tell you this. I do not remember Ruby from my first playthrough. When the game came out, so...
She's in like 3 scenes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I do remember this character. This is Vivi.
Nope.
No?
Not Vivi. He will be... Heroine.
Heroine.
He will be Heroine.
Okay.
Yes. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Gotcha. Well, we're going to let this FMV play out, and we're going to call it for the first episode. Join us back here for another session of Final Fantasy IX.
The Adventures of Heroine.
There we go.
Woohoo! Have a modern day.